welcome everyone. It's a very auspicious day and the most auspicious place for making vows to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Iti pumps hartipta Vishnu bhaktischennavalakshana kriyeta bhagavatyada tanmanyeti tmutamam. As it said in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, that one who has adopted the 9 processes of devotional service to dedicate to Krishna throughout their lives is the most learned person. It's the highest evolution of knowledge for the human being, is to come into the 9 processes of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. And today, at the pinnacle of knowledge, because Krishna has directed you from within the heart, Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sanivishto Mataksmitir Gyanam Uponam Cha, and you've listened to him, and he's directed you from the Bhagavad Gita, from the founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, who's written to encourage us to take shelter more and more of Krishna. You've come to this place to give your vows before Prabhupada, before your spiritual master, before the Vaishnavas, before the fire, before Giriraj Maharaj. So this is a momentous occasion. It's a life-changing, world-changing event. And today we're going to start with a ritual purification by performing Achman. After that we'll chant some selected verses from the Sri Brahma Samhita. We're going to start with Ishvara Parama Krishna, go to Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu, and then we'll go to Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Thank you. After that, I'll give a talk about the significance of the initiations that you're taking today. 4 devotees are taking Harinam initiation, and Dhamrapini has already received the mantras, the mantra diksha, which are the Gāyatrī mantras and the esoteric mantras passed down from the Vaishnav mystics and saints over the years that are meant to bring us closer to Krishna and also allow us to enter into deity worship. And after that, you'll come up here one by one. We'll call you up and you can make your vows. And then we'll give you your new name. Dhamrapini already has a name, so that's second initiation. Hare Krishna. And then we'll have a fire ceremony. So added into the fire ceremony today will be also reading the names of some of those who have been exemplary in helping expand the Bhadra Purnima for their benefit here at Govardhana Hill. During the ceremony, we'll read their names. It's also being live broadcast around the world to commemorate those who have participated. And then we'll call the names of all the acharyas to bless you on your path of devotional service. We'll circumambulate the fire afterwards, and then prasadam. Hare Krishna. So please move a little closer. This is a good time because you want to be as closest to the fire as possible, and that way they need them to look at the mantra. Just make sure you're close enough so that you can put grains into the fire without too much trouble. Not behind the 3-point line. It's more of a layup. Okay. So please take the Achman spoon in your left hand. Also, I'd like to acknowledge my dear friend and the officiating priest who will be overseeing the process today, His Grace Raghu Prabhu. He's fully trained since he was a child in performing all the rituals, so he'll make sure that everything goes smoothly. And welcome to Raghu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. No yoga is complete without him being here. Please take the Ashwan spoon in your left hand and put 3 drops of water in your right palm. And please repeat after me. Om. No, really repeat after me. Om apavitra pavitrova sarvavastan gatopiva yasmaret pundarikaksham sabaya abhyantara shuchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. And then chant Om Keshavaya Namaha and sip the water. And then again, Om Narayanaya Namaha. And a third time, Om Madhavaya Namaha. And we'll do 2 more times. Om Apavitra Pavitroba Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Apavitra Pavitroba Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Can you do a drone for us for the Brahma Samhita? Are you used to doing that? Ishvara Parama Krishna. So for those of you who need the words, do you have a screen you can look at? Some of you. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sakchit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakaranatharanam Chintamani Prakara Sanmasukalpa Vriksha Lakshavriteshu Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasrashata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvanantam Aravindam Dalayataksham Marhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Sadvana Malya Vamshi Radnangadam Pranayakeli Kalavilasam Shamam Tribanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vritti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmayastujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sambragamyo Vayodatapi manaso munipun-gavanam sopyasti yaprapadasim nivicintya tatve govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami ekopyasau rachaditum jagadanda kotim yat shaktirasti jagadanda chayaya danta andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami yad bhavābdhim manujasta taiva samprapya rupa mahima shayarana bhusha suktaryameva nigama pratitaistuvanti govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabis tabirya eva nijarupataya kalabhi golokya eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santaksadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaramachintya gunaswarupam govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Namashreshtam manamapi shachiputramatra sarupam shirupam tasyagrajam uruparim matarim goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivadamaho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shigurum Tamnatosmi Ajanulambita Bujo Kanakavadato Samkirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishvambaro Dvijavaro Yugadharma Palo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gaur Premanande, Haribo. We began with Ishvara Parama Krishna. And as we read yesterday in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna is the supreme cause of all causes, and he's the supreme form on which to meditate. In the Kali Yuga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the means by which we can meditate on the form of Krishna constantly. The clue first comes in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in the first chapter. Apana samsritim goran yanam avivasho gradan tata satyu vimucheta that yabhipeti swayam bhayam. That the name of Krishna and Krishna are identical. And one can take advantage, therefore, as a human being, to chant the names of Krishna in order to invoke Krishna's presence. Furthermore, Narada Muni says in the 5th chapter of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Iti murtyabhidanena mantra murtim amurtikam yajate yagya purusha sasam yag darshanam puman. In order to easily, amurtikam, see the form of the Lord completely, one can chant the holy names of the Lord. In fact, he's recommending that this is the way to invoke the Lord's presence, not just his form, but his qualities, his pastimes, paraphernalia all are present in his holy name. And in the second canto of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Śukadeva Goswami says something extraordinary about the chanting of Hare Krishna, which is advocated throughout the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam from beginning to end. Etan nirvidyamananam ichatam akutobhayam yoginam ripanirnitam harirnamanukirtanam. This is a verse that's well known because Śukadeva Goswami is saying that this process is approved for everyone. And what's more, he says it's the doubtless and fearless way of success for all. And then he uses the word nirnitam, which means it's been vetted by all of the previous authorities. Śukadeva Goswami is very straightforward. He has nothing to gain from his teachings. He's not doing it for any other reason except, as we hear at the very beginning of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, of the second chapter, karunaya. He's teaching out of a sense of mercy for those who want to cross over the dark region of the material world and enter into the spiritual world. And he says nirnitam, which means that this process of chanting the holy names of the Lord has been vetted by all authorities as the doubtless and fearless way of success for all. And the way that we're also advised to chant is in a particular mood. We should have the mood, first and foremost, that we receive the name in this world through the Vaishnavas. And therefore, we should be grateful to all Vaishnavas, because Vaishnavas are the conduit in this world through which anyone can come in contact with Krishna. We say, Vansha kalpa tarubhyascha, that they're desire trees. And how are they fulfilling our desires? By reminding us of Krishna. They're the ones that walk up to us and say, hey, you're messed up, take this book. That's not a line, we don't use that, but... And therefore, we should always be respectful of Vaishnavas and carefully avoid criticizing or worse, blaspheming Vaishnavas, because if one does so, then the name retreats and is not available to us. We won't be able to hear Krishna's name properly. We won't see his form. He won't reveal himself to those who criticize or blaspheme Vaishnavas. And secondly, we should have the attitude of respect for all of Krishna's agents. The demigods are Krishna's agents. They're actually parts of his body, parts and parcels like we are, but they've been entrusted to do phenomenal work to make the material world go on. It's no easy task. I mean, it's easy for Krishna, but he employs these demigods. One should never think that, although respecting them, that they are the solution to our problems. They're simply agents of Krishna. And Krishna says in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that we shouldn't then think, well, let me go to them to solve my problems. We only take shelter of Krishna. Nonetheless, we respect the demigods as servants of Krishna, but our only shelter is Krishna. And we consider the demigods as respectable. We offer our respects, but we don't consider anyone except Krishna as our protector and our maintainer. Thirdly, we should be very respectful of the instructions we receive through the disciplic succession. The means for making advancement towards the spiritual world are mentioned in the 10th canto of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, tvayy ambujākṣākhila-sattva-dhāmni, samādhināveśita-cetasaike, tvat-pāda-potena, mahat-kṛtena, kurvanti govatsa-padaṁ, bhavābdhim. One should say the demigods meditating on Lord Kṛṣṇa, praying to him within the womb, that one should have one-pointed attention on Krishna. Samādhināveśita-cetasaike, one-pointed attention. And then they say we can achieve that by following Krishna's and his representatives' instructions. Tvat-pāda-potena, mahat-kṛtena, the mahat, those who are
great souls, Mahātmanas tumam Pārtha, Krishna says they're following my process. And that means we should respect the process that's passed down to us. That includes the vows we're taking. And always keep those as our life and soul. You'll be taking vows today, so keep those as your mainstay in life. The way that you're able to maintain your life airs is by following your vows, chanting at least 16 rounds, avoiding the 4 prohibited activities, and being diligent in chanting your Gāyatrī mantras and so forth. And if we can do that, follow the simple process strictly, says Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he quotes from a Shastra in the Bhajana Rahasya. Take the simple path. You don't have to invent anything else. Nothing fancy needed. Just follow the simple path, but do it very strictly, and don't deviate from that. We should also have great respect for Shastra. And there are Shastras all over the world that present an idea of the Supreme. So we're respectful of them. However, we do know that the complete picture comes through Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, the fruit of all Vedic literatures, Nigama Kalpa Tador Galitam Palam. That this is the fruit of everything. You should always be very respectful of the Shastra. And then we should also respect the fact that there's no exaggeration when it comes to chanting the holy name of its greatness. There are statements throughout the Vedas, especially ritualistic sections, that will say, for instance, that from this yajna we're performing today, when you do the Purnahuti, then you've completed all duties from now on. This can be considered out of context as some kind of, or even in context, a bit of exaggeration. Because is that true? You've completed everything now for the rest of your life because you performed the Purnahuti. The Shastras give seeming exaggerations like this in various places, and then one may take it that, okay, well, it means only for this context that you've completed everything by doing the Purnahuti. But that's not the case with the holy name. We shouldn't think, well, somebody made a very seemingly exaggerated statement about the power of the holy name. For instance, if you chant one time purely, then it destroys more sins than you could possibly commit in millions of lifetimes backwards and forwards. Then you might say, well, that's extreme. And to see how that works out, you can study the conversation that Haridas Thakur had with a very conceited Brahmin who thought that Haridas Thakur was exaggerating when he talked about the power of the holy name, how it delivers all living entities, even those within the bodies of trees. And he was so offensive towards Haridas Thakur in doubting the power of the holy name that he himself was ruined just by his pushback to Haridas Thakur. So the point is, we should never consider the chanting of Hare Krishna to be a bombastic state, the glories of chanting Hare Krishna be bombastic. It's not imaginary, it's not some contextual point. It's true for all time and all times and all places. The holy name is everything, and it achieves everything because it's Krishna himself. There's no difference. Although there is one small difference, and that is noted by Rupa Goswami, and that's that the holy name is more merciful than Krishna. So, no need to interpret Shastra. We become Stita Dhir Muni, which means don't become overly intelligent. In the Sanskrit department in the early days from the BBT, out of 10 Sanskritists, 8 left the Krishna consciousness movement and gave up practicing Krishna consciousness. Why? Overintelligence. Prabhupada said a little Sanskrit learning is dangerous because you start thinking like, okay, maybe I know better, I'll interpret this, I'll interpret that, and one becomes confused and lost. Don't take the Shastras straightforwardly and don't interpret. Have respect for the straightforward statements given by especially Prabhupada and through his teachings and his books. 7 is to take for granted that because I'm a devotee, I'm entitled to do whatever I want. Entitlement kills everything. It makes people obnoxious. It takes away the mercy that we receive from the Lord. Don't feel entitled. Don't think because I'm initiated, now I can put on airs. On the contrary, you should become more and more humble and think I'm the servant of everyone. I'll put myself last in every situation and be the humble servant of everyone else. And certainly don't think that because I'm chanting Hare Krishna, then I can take advantage of that and do whatever I please, because after all, the holy name's so powerful, it'll just erase whatever things I do. This is the worst. Number 1 and number 7 are considered to be the most egregious. So avoid them as carefully as possible. Not as possible, avoid them. And then 8 is to compare the chanting Hare Krishna with ritualistic activities often in the Vedas. It's very similar to the idea of thinking that the holy name is exaggerated and it's just some mundane process. It's not. It's direct connection with Krishna through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Can't be compared to anything else given as a ritualistic activity for karma kanda, for material advancement. We shouldn't use the holy name in our service to try to have a better life materially. We should only think of ourselves as servants of the holy name. When we're teaching the holy name, we should know who we're talking to. Be very careful. Ishvare taradineshu, valisheshu dusatsucha, prema maitri kripopeksha, yakaroti samadhyama. As madhyamadhikaris, you're being asked by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go out in the world and teach people how to chant Hare Krishna and achieve the goal of life. But the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam says that some people don't want to hear it. They're not interested. So you shouldn't tell them about the glories of the holy name and force them to hear it, because it will degrade your own understanding of the holy name. Don't teach it to the faithless. It just makes them more inimical. Give them prasadam or be very kind to them, but don't push the issue. Only when you find people who are balisheshu, which means innocent and open, then you can pour in as much mercy as possible. Okay? Say yes. It's like the exit row in the plane. You need a verbal yes. And then number 10 is to have respect for the fact that we are responsible for what we're carrying around with us and what we're maintaining. So we should be observant, self-observant of what kind of attachments we're holding on to. And by being observant, by bringing awareness to whatever attachments we have that are not helpful in our practice of devotional service, and then praying to Krishna to please help me remove these. And also asking ourselves, can I give this up? And if the answer is no, then we should seek help. But don't maintain it and think that I'll just keep it around, because at some point it would be a great disappointment to us to lose the opportunity. We need escape velocity to get out of the environment of the material world altogether and go back home, back to Godhead. So you have to shed anything that's holding you back. Don't hold on to it, because when the time comes when you need that escape velocity to get out of this environment of the material world, if you're still holding on to things and you can't let them go, then you have to stick around much longer. Please don't do that. Please figure out what's holding you back and then figure out how to get rid of it. Okay? Verbal yes. And the 11th offense, some people say also, but why not just say, admit the fact that there's 11 offenses, is to be inattentive. So let's put it the other way. we should be fully aware of the fact that we're responsible for where our attention's going. Don't blame it on your mind. We're above the mind. Indriyani prayanyahur indriyebhya panamanaha manasastu parabuddhir yo buddhe paratastu saha. Above the mind is the intelligence. So Krishna says, Evam buddhi param buddhvasam stabhyatmanam atmanam jahi shatra mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Use your intelligence to discriminate, have vivek. What's a good idea, what's not a good idea. And you should also know that the mind is not independent. We're above the mind, we're above the intelligence. And therefore, we're responsible for where our attention goes. If you're sitting on your porch and your dog runs off the porch and bites somebody, they don't put the dog in jail. They put you in jail because you let your dog out. And the same way, if your intelligence goes somewhere unsavory, if your awareness, your attention goes somewhere else, then you're just sitting on the porch letting it run away. Bring it back to the holy name. That's the heavy lifting of chanting japa especially, is to be respectful that you're responsible for your own attention, where it goes. Don't put it off to the powerful mind. Yes, the mind's powerful, but Krishna wouldn't tell us to control the mind if it wasn't possible. So we should make that our goal, is to be fully attentive. Agreed? Verbal yes? Yeah, it's very helpful, these 10 guidelines. We should observe them, not just say them, but think about how to employ them in the process of our chanting the holy names. And as far as the Diksha mantras go, Yata kanchanatam yati kamsam rasa vidanata. What's the third line? Kamsam rasa vidanata diksha vidanena dvijatam jaitendranam. This is a verse from the Hari Bhakti Vilas. What was the third? Oh. Yata kanchanatam yati kamsam rasa vidanata. This is a meteorological, the science of metals. What's that called? Metallurgical. Because the yogis used to have a process where they could combine mercury. I won't tell you the whole process because it'll take all morning. It's how to take mercury and combine it with ordinary metal, bell metal, and turn it into gold. So he says, same way when you take Diksha, the Diksha initiation, you're transferred from having an ordinary body into having a transcendental body. It's not fully transcendental, it's called a sadhaka deha. When we become completely perfect, we have what's called a siddha deha, or a spiritual body. Right now we have this handy little human body that we can use in service if we're smart enough, and you can transcendentalize that body, and the process through which you enter that door and make your body completely spiritual, or spiritualize it so that you can use it fully in Krishna's service, is called Diksha. It also closes the door on all past sinful activities so that you can move forward without encumbrance. And the mantras that you received, you'll be using in the process of deity worship, which is extremely important, because when you're able to worship the deity and serve the deity's lotus feet, then you'll develop this sense of a very personal relationship with Krishna. And you'll fall in love with Krishna by seeing his form and attending his form. So that's the importance of mantra diksha. So now we have each one of you come up to receive a certificate which we've prepared, and most of you will be receiving your beads and a new name. But first I'd like to call up Damrapini, who has been chanting very steadily for several years. received first initiation, so just offer obeisances this way towards Prabhupada. Actually, Hari Bhakti says you can offer obeisances head on straight. So do it again like that. That way you cover two things at once. Dhamrapini, thank you very much for dedicating your life to the Sankirtan movement. You and your husband are making a huge difference in the world. All the way from your farm, people are hearing about what you're doing there, the amazing preaching work that you're doing, what to speak of helping to fulfill one of Prabhupada's visions, which is to develop a self-sustaining community. And thank you very much for taking the process so seriously. We met over Zoom during the pandemic. It was an unusual time, to say the least, but many deep relationships were formed, passive voice. But in any case, this was the best of them. You're the best of them, and I'm very happy that it's come to this point here at Govardhana Hill. Congratulations on taking Mantra Diksha. Hare Krishna. And now we'll ask a few helpers to come up and put the neck beads on the Harinam initiates. And this donning of neck beads, well, they're Tulsi beads, and in the process of advancing in Krishna consciousness, we have tapa, which means that we develop a sense of detachment from the material world. Categorically, we begin to think that it's a lost cause and not a great idea to invest in the material world, investing in land that's like quicksand. And then comes pundra. Pundra means urdhva pundra, that you wear tilak and you display yourself, if that's a phrase, to the world as a Vaishnav or Vaishnavi. And part of that is also wearing neck beads. When people see you wear neck beads, they'll walk up to you and they'll say, Haribo, and then you'll say, Hare Krishna. You know, some people, at least it used to be in the old days, when they want to remember to do something important, they tie a string around their finger. Does anybody else have that? Is that still a thing? Not so much? Well, when I was a kid, it was a thing. Yeah, it's on their phone. So you tie a string around your finger. For this one, we just tie it around your neck to remind you. It's to remind you that you should just, from now on, without stoppage, keep the transcendental vibration going. Always chant Hare Krishna. In any gap, anywhere, chant Hare Krishna. And take shelter of the holy name as your only business. Okay? First, I'd like to call Bhakta Manish to come up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. No, I have a mic here. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll just switch your bike. Did you find out? Yes, he's standing behind you. He's at Canto. Ooh. Fantastic. You introduce him and then have him speak.
He said we'll sing in Hindi, so should I translate? Just
oh yeah. Tell who he is.
He's His Grace Om.
Turn it.
Prabhu is His Grace Omkareshwar Prabhu, the temple president from ISKCON Electronic City in Bangalore. And Manish Prabhu and Priyanka Mataji are serving with him in that congregation. Prabhu can say a few words about both of them.
A year ago, actually, both of them came to temple and they really serve very well. And from 1 year, actually, whatever service I am providing to them, I am giving to them, they are actually working wonderfully. So, including all the events, Janmashtami program, Radhashtami, everything A to Z, and the regular programs which are happening over there. If sometimes I wanted them to speak something in front of all many devotees, they spoke like anything, and they motivated many people over there to chant as well as to donate for temple. And chanting, they are really doing a great chanting in temple, and they are motivating many people. So thank you so much, devotees, and we keep doing the same thing. And Guru Maharaj, today I'm really so happy. I don't have any words after seeing you. Really, my heart started beating yesterday only after seeing you. Then I saw you many times. Today I saw my Guru Maharaj there, and thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for your presence here. And I saw you yesterday, and from that day I am really dreaming for you as well. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Bol.
Thank you. So please tell us the vows that you've come to make today.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Today I'm taking 4 vows of regulative principles. The first is no meat eating, including fish and eggs. No intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And besides, Guru Maharaj, I'm taking a vow to at least chant 16 rounds every day till my last breath. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully give you the name Markata Shyam Das. You can give it back to her, she'll hold it for you. Bhaktin Priyanka. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhakti Priyanka, please tell us the vows you've come here to take today.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam to your lotus feet, my obeisances. Today I'm here to take the vows to follow all the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, including fish and egg, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. Apart from that, I vow to chant at least 16 rounds every day, forever. And I vow to follow your instructions. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, may all of the previous acharyas and the Ocean of Mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully give you the name Prema Vaisesika Dasa. Hare Krishna. Siddharth. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhakti Siddharth, please tell us your vows.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I vow to...
we have somebody... Yeah, please, go ahead. Bhakti Siddharth has been an invaluable member of our marketing, communications, and innovations team. He's always there and always on time, helpful, and has added a lot. Thank you very much. There's more.
Yes, Prabhu, Bhakti Siddharth Prabhu has received wonderful recommendations from Yadava Hari Prabhu and Radha Gopinath Prabhu, and hearing from all the Vaishnavas, two qualities that stand out the most are in him humility and Guru Nishtha. All have mentioned his attraction towards the instruction of the six Goswamis has been highlighted very much, and everyone is confident and offering the blessings that he'll serve under your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj, and follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I vow to follow the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And I vow to chant minimum of 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day for the rest of my life.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. It's just very important also what Sudhir Prabhu said at the end, that you'll follow Prabhupada's instructions. Prabhupada also instructed us repeatedly that we should remain as part of his society. He said it in the books that we just read. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said even if you find some discrepancy, you should still stay. And he also gave us a hierarchy, a GBC, which was missing in the ongoing pursuit of the Gaudiya Math, and therefore they fell apart. So we ask all of you to stay within ISKCON under the authority of the GBC and follow the founder Acharya, who is the center of our entire organization. He's the be-all and end-all and the Shiksha Guru for everybody within ISKCON. So please stay tightly within the organization. Okay?
Yeah.
Verbal yes? Verbal yes? You know what you're saying yes to? Okay. Thank you. Following the eternal principle of Parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the Ocean of Mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully give you the name Siddhanta Sagar Das.
Siddhanta Sagar Prabhu ki.
The name Siddhanta Sagar appears in a song number 22 of Pārtha by Narottam Das Thakur. It means the ocean of Siddhanta. Hare Krishna. Now just wait 1 minute, nobody move, because I have to think of who to call next. Bhakta has some kind of home field advantage here because his leader and team members have come here to hear and chant. So thank you very much, Doyle Moore and Mathura Kripa and all the devotees who've come all the way from London to observe this initiation ceremony. It's been a long time coming because he's a champion. I'm not going to take away your thing. Okay, we'll call up Bhakta Ansh. Hare Krishna. Bhakta Ansh, please come. Doyle Moore. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please, Doyle Moore. I'd like to recognize Doyle Moore Prabhu. He's the temple president of the London Temple, which is one of the most progressive and productive of the temples in the whole world. They have a powerful brahmacharya ashram. They're excelling in book distribution and making new devotees, preaching, hearing and chanting. And it's a great honor to have you here. Thank you very much for all that you're doing in London. Hare Krishna. It's Doyle Moore. Give it up.
Hare Krishna. When Bhakta Ansh arrived to ISKCON London, I first met him in Govinda's restaurant. And he seemed starved. And what we found out later was Ansh had realized that you can never be satisfied no matter how much material success you have in this life. And as we know from the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, is repeated frequently that material success doesn't satisfy the heart. Despite being at one of the most prestigious universities in the world, Cambridge, studying law, Ansh was hungry for pure devotional service. And that appetite led him out onto the street to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, whereas before he was studying the books of law, he became the distributor of the law books for the next 10,000 years. To such success that he was the leader of a team that distributed for the first time in ISKCON London history 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas in one day. Hand to hand on the street. Once Vaisesika Prabhu said to me last year on the retreat, in the shoe area, the bigger the shoe size, the bigger the Sankirtan. This principle holds true with Bhakta Ansh. I can verify. So it's a great honor to be here and to be part of this ceremony. There's great compatibility between Bhakta Ansh and Vaisesika Prabhu for the reasons already given, but also because of the principle of ISV, because Bhakta Ansh very much excels in an environment where individuality, spontaneity and voluntary service is available. When that situation is there, when the scene is set in that way, he excels greatly. So it's a very good compatibility, and I'm so happy to be here and to witness of this event. Life will never be the same after initiation. We're so proud of Ansh, and on behalf of ISKCON London and all the devotees there, I can sincerely wish him every success in his spiritual life. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Where are your parents?
My mom is there.
Okay, we're acknowledging Bhakta Ansh's parents. This is his mother right here. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming. We're so happy to have you here. Hare Krishna.
That's my uncle recording me.
Hare Krishna.
And my aunt and a little cousin.
Your aunt and cousin, where are they?
They're all recording me.
Good work, Guno. He's recording. He'll be part of the recording team. Okay. Well, we're so happy to have you. Thank you very much for coming to the ceremony. It means so much to Aunt. She told me yesterday. And coming all the way here, making a long journey, we are blessed by your presence. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And the blessings of the mother are extremely powerful. So maybe you can just do one of these for Ansh. Thank you. Yeah, Haribol. You're good. You're good now. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Bhakta Ansh, please tell us the vows you've come here to make today.
Dear Guru Maharaj, dear Guru Ma, I vow to follow the 4 regulative principles for the rest of my life, which is no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. And I vow to chant 16 rounds, minimum of 16 rounds, every day for the rest of my life.
Thank you very much. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. Your name comes from the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And it's from Queen Kunti's prayers. I very joyfully award you the name Akinchana Vita Das. Hare Krishna, Krishna